This is Van Hise building. It's the second tallest building in the city of Madison. It's about 1 foot shorter than the state capitol. And right here, over here, you will see that those are the panels. One of those panels fell down on a Sunday afternoon, and it would have happened on a Monday or through Friday when students are around, employees are around, it could easily have killed somebody. So we were able to get the Cullen Corporation to come up, and they're going to take those panels down. But this is part of what I'm trying to explain to the public and to the legislature, that we have 83% of our capital budget. The programs to build buildings and renovate need renovation and repair. These buildings are well over 50 to 70 years old, and they're starting to decay and fall apart. And what we need now is to repair those, remodel them, and in some cases, tear down and replace. And that's what the capital budget is all about. I want these buildings to be safe. I want to make sure our employees, our professors, and our students especially are safe when they go in our buildings. And we have several buildings, just like Van Hise, where the bricks are falling off and other disrepair is causing the buildings to be unsafe for students.
Interim UW System President Tommy Thompson explaining a close call at UW-Madison's Van Hise Hall. Part of a facade broke off and crashed on a Sunday. Thompson is seeking $1.2 billion in capital improvements for the UW system. Welcome back to Upfront. I went to UW last week to sit down with Thompson for a wide-ranging discussion about COVID on campus and his future with the system. Well, let's start with vaccinations. You have a goal of getting everyone vaccinated by the end of the school year and going into the fall.
I'm hoping to have them vaccinated, Patrick, before they go home from school. I'm putting a big effort in trying to get all my students vaccinated before they go home.
How realistic is that? Where do the numbers stand right now?
We don't know. It's pretty hard to determine it, but I keep putting out social media, and I'm talking to the chancellors, I'm giving speeches, and I'm contacting students individually to say, please understand that we're going to allow you to come on our campuses and not have to be tested if you get vaccinated. And that's a big incentive. And so we've already made that assumption that a lot of students would rather be vaccinated than have to go through the testing each week. And therefore we're expecting a great turnout to be vaccinated before the beginning of the fall. I'm hoping to get at least 85 to 90% of our students vaccinated before they come back to school next fall.
When I say reopen, though, I mean to get everyone back on campus and get life to the way it was, because you've thrown out a 75% number, and there have been a couple different explanations. Is it 75% of classes that you want to be in person next year? It is, okay.
So I want 75% of the students to have in-person classes, and I want 75% of the classes in person. And that's pretty much what it was before the pandemic. Now, people don't understand that. They say, well, why don't you go at 100%? Well, we've never been at 100% because some courses are better taught and are better able to observe and to learn from online. And so we've always had somewhere around 15 to 20% of our classes and courses online. And so the 75% gets us back almost to normal. And that's what I want to be starting in the fall.
And you see vaccination as a key to getting to that point?
Oh, absolutely. The vaccinations are extremely important, but if they're not vaccinated, we're going to keep testing. We're going to make sure that our universities are as safe as we possibly can be. We've also instilled, Patrick, and this is something I'm really proud of, we've instilled a culture of responsibility with our students. Our students wear masks. We have a mandatory mask policy, and so students wear masks. They social distance, and they are also getting tested on a weekly basis, and they also believe very much in doing everything they personally can do to keep their campus open.
The what if in this, what if you don't hit your vaccination number? Can you still get to that 75% as far as classes go? What's your plan B if you don't get to that point?
There's no plan B. We're going to succeed. I don't accept failure. I want to make darn sure that we open up. The chancellors are on board. Some chancellors are saying, Tommy, I can go to 80. Some chancellors said I can go to 85%. The chancellors are all involved with me making this happen.
The opt-out of testing initiative that you're talking about,
Yeah.
that's where someone who's been fully vaccinated can prove that they're fully vaccinated. They no
That's-
longer have to take the weekly COVID test.
That is correct.
You've called it a privilege, not a vaccine passport. How is it not a passport if some people are given privileges and others are not?
Because it is a privilege. It's a privilege, you know, that the federal government is giving us the vaccine. It's a privilege that everybody has this opportunity. And it's that opportunity that's the privilege. It is that opportunity that allows students to be able to get vaccinated and not have to go through the testing process. And I am confident all the students that I talk to are anxious to get vaccinated. They want to get vaccinated. They don't want to go through the testing, and they want to get back to normal as much as possible.
How much longer will testing last? Do you still think there'll be some component of it come fall on campuses?
I hope not, but I can't say for sure. I'm going to do first off, the first rule of Tommy Thompson, me, is that we want to make the university as safe as we possibly can. If I have to, I'm not going to fudge on that at all. I want to make sure that all of our campuses are safe for our professors, our instructors, and our employees, and our students especially. Once I make sure of that, and I can do it without testing, we'll be done with testing.
You're coming up on 1 year as interim
Yes.
president. What's your timeline? How much longer do you plan to be in
Not
this
my
position?
timeline, it's the Board of Regents. They asked me to come in and serve, and I'm serving. I turned them down the first time and came back and told them I would take it after they came back and asked me again. But I said, I'm not going to be a caretaker president. If you don't want change, don't have me, because Tommy Thompson, I believe in change. And I believe the university needed to be changed. And I'm changing the University of Wisconsin in many different ways. The Board of Regents so far have not started the search. I don't know when they're going to start a search for the next president, but every one of them tells me that they like what I'm doing, want me to continue, and for how much longer, I don't know, but it'll be for a while.
But you have no plans at this point in leaving. You're going to stay on.
But sooner or later, you know, it's got to come to an end, and
Well, is there any chance you drop the interim title and you just stay on as president?
that's up to the Board of Regents.
Are you interested?
I'm not saying.
Have there been conversations?
That's for the Board of Regents. I mean, I'm not in their providence at all. The Board of Regents has got to decide. I told the governor I could leave tomorrow if he wants me to. I told the Board of Regents whenever they get tired of me and tired of my leadership, just tell me. I'll be more than happy to lead.
It sounds like you're preparing for a marathon, not a sprint.
I am in it for the long haul until the Board of Regents tells me time to go home.
You can see my entire interview with Tommy Thompson on our website. There, he's telling me how his time as U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary informed his pandemic response. And what's tougher, the pandemic or 9/11? You'll find that on the Upfront section of WISN.com. Next, the plan from lawmakers to help restaurants, bars, and movie theaters bounce back from COVID.